We have the largest youth population in history, 1.2 billion people, which means that if we're talking about true democracy, innately we're talking about how to have youth be a true, active, legitimate participant of decision-making processes and policy-making processes. And to do that, what we must achieve is to limit or take away those things that are challenging and becoming obstacles for youth participation. The first is by changing the legislative frameworks so that youth are actually able to participate and run for office and vote.
So there's a need to ensure that the constitutional process gives an opportunity for young people not just to take part in election, but to also have the ability to seek for elective positions at whatever stage they want to do that.
Many of our young people are excluded from the formal institutions of participation, and because of this social inclusion, it's important for government, for parties, for civil society groups to undertake programs either separately or together to ensure social inclusion and participation of young people.
I have a message to send to all the parties and all the politicians in the whole world, is that you cannot win if you don't engage young people in politics, and you cannot win if young people are not on your side.
In our study, we point out the importance for the political parties to open up towards young people, open up in multiple ways. They should not be afraid of the new movements and the new forms of political socialization of young people.
I can recommend political parties to give place to young people, also people in their first experience, because it's important to keep inside political parties new ideas, new way of approach.
Is really necessary, bridge the gap between the informal participation like a protest or something like that, and the formal ways of participation, the participation in the political parties and the participation in parliaments.
You have to really recognize that young people are on a political base are rejecting the current political order. And when you see so, you see that there are new spheres of politics. They are in entrepreneurship, they are in civic engagement via NGOs and just local action. And you should really make the connection with those new initiatives and new spheres, and not only focus on the institutionalized forms like elections and membership of parties.
Is that we have to really work on the issue of trust. Trust is a marrow of democracy and citizen participation. Without trust, we don't have engagement. And without trust and without engagement, we do not have the basic structure of a democratic life, neither for today nor for the future.
The use of new technologies provides limitless possibilities for young people to have access to information that they can then act collectively for common interest to address issues that young people are concerned about.
And the third is to use technology, applying it both understanding that it must be combined with non-technological approaches to maximize and accelerate the voices of youth to ensure that their needs are truly addressed by their governments.
So our movement was born from the internet and from meetups and blogs. We found an alternative way to express ourselves, our ideas, and to meet each other.
More and more youths are participating in elections through social media, so the government should basically take advantage of this.
But we wanted to take one step further. We actually wanted to crowdsource the Constitution. We did this by extending an open invitation to the people of Iceland to participate in the project. We basically invited them to sit with us at the table.
Someone said in the forum that politics is plural, and that ultimately we need to address young people where they are and how they want to participate, and not expect them to move towards traditional politics unless traditional politics builds bridges of trust with young people today.
And for young people, I have the message to send is that you have to trust yourself. Don't underestimate your abilities. Just say that you can and you will do it.